because now
Yeah.
you get the idiots on the Twitter, the Bird app, that are just saying Cody Rhodes WrestleMania 40. Like I saw one today, and I don't hate this account. I love the interaction. I find the account. I'll shout him out here. Actually, I'll do that right now. And he gave a poll about who we think is going to win the Royal Rumble. Gunther wasn't even on it. It
This
was
is, oh my God,
it
you don't
was
need,
it
like,
was it was Cody Rhodes. I'm gonna find this. It was Wrestling Addicts podcast. I'm giving them a follow. They're pretty cool because they responded and actually they wanted Gunther too. They were like, I would love that. Oh shoot, where is it? Where let me just go to my mentions. I'm a bonehead. Oh, it's Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, or Randy Orton with the Royal Rumble 60 days away. Who is the early favorite to
none
win?
of them. None of
None of
them.
them. It is
This is the
none of
thing.
them. It
People,
is
okay,
Gunther.
so what I would really like to think, and this is going to be like the first Rumble, obviously, that Triple H will have like full control over. What I would really like for him to do with the winner of the Royal Rumble in both the women and the men's matches is let it be somebody who deserves to get a title shot at Mania, but it doesn't have to be someone who's already been there, you know? And I feel
Mhm.
like Cody not winning, first of all, Cody doesn't need to win the Royal Rumble 2 years in a
Does
row.
not.
Like, stop. CM Punk does not need the Royal Rumble to get a match at Mania. He already has a match at Mania, guys. It's CM Punk. Randy Orton doesn't need to win the Royal Rumble to
I don't
be at
think Randy
Mania
Orton
either.
wants to win the Royal Rumble at this
No,
point.
like,
I don't think he wants to win it.
but I would like we need to start considering other people who like need that to like elevate them. And it's like Cody coming back from injury and like setting his sights on becoming champion. Like he kind of needed the Rumble to like push him into the main event scene in WWE because he hadn't been there yet, you know? Like he had those matches with Seth, but even his match at Mania with Seth was not the main event. You know what I mean? And then his match that was the main event was the Hell in a Cell. Then he was injured and gone. So it was like he needed to have like that push.
Mm-hmm.
But when we're talking about this upcoming Rumble, there's no reason for like any of those guys to win. And I know that I'm biased, but to me, it's like Gunther is a guy that should be at the top of the list. Like I don't
At least the
care
favorite.
that people are like, no, I don't want Gunther to win because I don't like him. Like that's not what that doesn't matter. Like it's the fact that he's been intercontinental champion for 530 something days. He needs to be in the main event scene, especially by Royal Rumble. He was number 1 in the Royal Rumble last year and lasted all the way to the end. And it's like at this point, in my opinion, he is the only one that makes sense to possibly face Seth Rollins at Mania. Like there's no one else in my mind that it's like, oh, they should have the Rumble, be the Rumble winner and face him. Cody needs to be out of that conversation. It's like you said, he needed to declare because 1, we knew he was going to be in there. 2, like you said, need to sell tickets, blah, 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 the business side of things. And 3, this then reminds you, oh yeah, there's still like, he's still trying to go for the title. He still has problems with the bloodline in Roman. And like, this might be his only way to face Roman at Mania again. And it's like, I don't think that that's what it's going to be. I think there are ways. I still want them to make it difficult for Cody to get back at Roman, like to get a match at Roman. I
Oh
feel
yeah.
like that would be so much more satisfying than him winning the Rumble and then doing it again. It's like, no, have him lose the Rumble, maybe put him in an elimination chamber match where he has to like win, because that's another thing. Have whoever wins the Royal Rumble say they want to face Seth, and that keeps Roman open for Mania. So then it's like, okay, put Cody like in an elimination chamber, and maybe it has to be against like Jimmy and Solo and whoever else or whatever. Have him win an elimination chamber match or something. He has to like I said when we talked about it before, like have him go through the ladder of like the bloodline or something, or do stuff that he has to like earn his way back to Roman. And I feel like that's an easy way for Roman to also like manipulate the situation to be like, why do you think that you just deserve to get another match with me? You know, it's like Cody has to go through all of these steps to get there.
So
I think that's the best.
I just had a brain blast from what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if he has to go through it in elimination chamber, um, there's 6 competitors,
Mm-hmm.
5 open spots.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy, Solo, Finn, Damian JD.
Maybe, yeah.
Because in the connects with the
Mm-hmm.
Paul Heyman Rhea Ripley deal,
Mm-hmm.
and
And to me, that just like to me,
that's
it makes more sense. And I feel like it
brilliant.
also is like such an easy way to get the hype for Cody even more. Because if he wins the Royal Rumble, it's like last year, okay, whatever, it was fine. He is coming off of an injury that kept him out for however many months, like whatever. Like, but that's not how he should win the title. Like, I feel like it will be so much more satisfying if it felt like he had to go through more challenges to finally finish the story. Because otherwise, if he wins the Royal Rumble and that's how he gets another match against Cody, then how
That's
difficult
not
was his
satisfying.
story?
That's not satisfying at
And
all.
that's coming from a big Cody fan. I just want it to I want it to be more historic than just, oh, he took down Roman. Like you want it to be more of like, oh my gosh, like he came back after this many years away and he fought in that Hell in a Cell match with a torn pec, and then he was out, and then he came back and he won the Rumble, then he lost Mania and he lost his way. Then he came back and wanted to win the Rumble and he didn't. And then he had to fight all these guys to get back to Roman. And then he finally did it. Like, it would be so much better.
You got to think of the documentary. You got to think of
I
the
know.
documentary of people. It's not going to be satisfying if he wins the Royal Rumble twice. How do you make a DVD out of that?
Well, and no one wants to ever see that, especially 2 years in a
It's
row. Like,
boring
I'm
as all
sorry.
hell.
It is.